Hey guys, it's Rambo here. Just took a little break and I'm back. We're going to be going over Sybil, lGBS, MJWL, and ILIS. Here we have Sybil. Looks like OTCs are doing their own typical, nothing but red candles, but over the last 4 days it's been going up. But we're starting to. It looks like we're starting to have a rounded top. If you guys are in from way down here, might be a good time to maybe take out your profits. Maybe just leave your original investment in, or vice versa, and see what happens here. It's kind of hard to tell what's going to be happening. Um, in the near future here, we could start maybe a slight pullback. We had a little pullback here, um, and a good maybe 50% retracement would get us back down to the 0.013 level or so before hopefully maybe continuing the uptrend. Um, and that's something to think about with Sybil. Uh, Obviously, many things could happen here. It could, it could really start to come down and test this 0109 level here before a dip, or maybe a slight uptrend after the dip and continue downward. Or we could just have a rest here and continue upward here. So where things are kind of up in the air with Sybil right here. I would not recommend those of you who are not in it yet. I would highly recommend. Now, I'm not a professional advisor, so take that in mind. I'm just an old man in a room upstairs looking at his monitors. So, but with that said, don't get FOMO. Let's take a look and see if we can get a little break. Because look, here we had a gap up here, and forget about all this. You come up here, you get FOMO. Hey, here we go, and then boom. Then you freak out and you sell out, and then this happens. So this is the life of the OTC. It's very risky, but you don't want to be coming up here on this long uptrend and start buying up here on the top, especially with all the red candles, even though they eventually did make some percentages coming up. Just wait and see what happens here, and just give yourself some patience and see if it comes back around the 0.09 level, and then start to bounce up, and then maybe get it up here. So that's what I have looking at Sybil. We have lGBS next. lGBS, I'm in right here, 0075. We've been doing very well. We have massive bottoming tails here, some topping tails. Very, very weird action here. We continue to be quite a bit above the average upward trend line, so that's good, but not too much movement here. We were up 3.5% here today, so just be very careful on what's going on. Maybe start moving up your stop loss. That's what I'm going to do, and just get prepared for either probably some consolidation. Finally, we need some rest after this big move here, or we might come back down to maybe the 1.3 area. What I would really like to see, a really good sign of strength, is maybe back down to the 0.138 area and then continue upward. That would be a good sign. Looking at the 5-day 15-minute, we have a little wolf wedge here. That's concerning because usually this is starting the fourth wave. It comes up here above this wedge, and then we come back down to the bearish target price, which is 0145 area, which is fine. That would mean we had a good move, and then we had a good pullback, pretty healthy, before we continue upward. We're still very much higher than the bull bear control line right here, which is at around 0139. So that's a good sign that the bears are still, or the bulls are still in control. So again, lGBS, we could have a little pullback here, which would be healthy for us, or we could just again just have another strong movement upward. Tomorrow should be a good sign of maybe where we might be going here in the next couple of days. MJWL just had a great move today. I didn't expect that. I expected it to get for me to get stopped out. If you see here, here's my stop right here. I just barely missed. Usually when it breaks the Andrew pitchfork here, like I said in the previous video, usually that's a sign that it has broken its trend and is starting to come down. We did come back up. We touched it, but then we fell back below it. That was disappointed in that. I really would have felt comfortable if we would have finished back in this Andrews pitchfork, but we're just below it. So we'll see what happens. It looks like we might be consolidating here, maybe a little bit. I might be moving up my stop loss a little bit higher here in anticipation for a continuation for a downward move. So I'm holding the bags a little bit here. I think I'm down, I don't know, $100 or something like that. So no sweat off of me. I'd rather take a stop loss and watch everything go down versus not hitting my stop loss and then having it continue upwards, and I'd be enjoying life here. But if I hit my stop loss, I'm fine. And if it comes back up, I'll get back in where I originally bought it and continue upwards. So I'm comfortable there. If you guys bought in way down here, I really hope you had a 5% stop loss here, and you got out here and you came down watching this. And what I would do is I'd just be sitting back and waiting for the next move, maybe something over the 155 level or so, to start the next move here. So that's what we have for MJWL. ILIS, my good old friend ILIS, forever stuck in this consolidation here. Like I said before, when we were way up here, everyone getting all excited with this big move, and I'm again told people, unless you're scalping, just be very wary. Because it could definitely come back down. We're still fighting this downward resistance trend line right here. We're starting to work our way over. We're still in consolidation. We did bounce off the 044 level again, so that's a good sign. We will see what happens with ILIS here in the next couple days. Hopefully we can get up above this 0505 level. That would be very nice to maybe then challenge this upward or this downward resistance trend line. If we get over that line, things might be starting to look good for a good scalp on the way up. But we're still in consolidation, guys. Don't get overjoyed if this thing goes up. 50%. Everyone's like, man, 50%. We're on our way up. No. Look at this. We've been in consolidation, guys, since March 7th or so. All the way back to March 4th. So, good luck. I'm glad if you guys scalp these moves right here, right there, and this might be the beginning to another really nice scalp coming up here. It looks like that's what it does. But we don't know for sure. But if we break this downward resistance trend line, that looks like something that might happen. Again, I'm thinking about maybe buying in down here and averaging down. But I probably will wait to see what happens here on this downward trend line when it meets that, because it could come down and really challenge this level at 0413. So. But the 044 is held now a couple times, so that's good. It's a double bottom, which usually means that we will have somewhat of a good pop here in the next this next week. Things are starting to slow down in the market though also, so we always have to keep that in mind. The SPY was down, the Kiwis were down a little bit here today, so but hopefully if we have a good day tomorrow, we could continue maybe a little bit of a upward trend. If it gets above 0.55, I might add a little bit of a position here, and then if we break that line, add a little bit more so I could average down. And then maybe if we get above here, then I'll keep my finger on the trigger, the sell trigger. If we start to come down, I just might get out, anticipating the continuation of this consolidation, and then maybe start adding again back down in the 0.44 or the 0.5 level, and then work my way back up from there. So that's what I have for ILIS. Things do look like at least we did survive this downward trend here, but we'll wait and see tomorrow. Tomorrow and Wednesday should give us a good idea of where we're going with ILIS. Again, always looking at the long term. That's where you really start to get into and trust your due diligence. If you love ILIS, then all these little moves right here doesn't matter. You're just you're adding down when it hits the lows, and you're just waiting for a couple years to add on to make your profits. So that's what I have for ILIS here today. I hope you guys, if you like these videos, please give me a like, subscribe. Shout out to Moon Market and all the gang there in his Discord. It's a great family to be a part of. We just enjoy working through all the trades during the day, scalping and having fun, just talking charts and getting me. I've been teaching here on the Discord, and it's just an enjoyable time. It'd be really good for you guys if you're not involved with Moon Market to get involved in his Discord. It's been a really fun time. We get a lot of guys all online on my stream that I stream every day, and getting into certain trades and talking about what's going on with Moon Market's latest picks. And with that, I ask, just tell you guys have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.